Welcome to Sailing Sea Dream of Clyde. I'm Trevor, and this is Kat, and together we're taking you along on our wild adventures through the passages and mountains of Alaska, British Columbia and Washington, and down the California coast to Mexico and beyond. So join us as we share an honest depiction of the cruiser's life, from fun in the sun to cold and stormy and everything in between. Thanks for tuning in to Sailing Sea Dream of Clyde, and enjoy the episode. Alright, it's a beautiful morning here. We had a pretty restful sleep, just gentle swell coming in here and almost no wind chop. A little breeze did come up early in the morning, but it's coming from the right direction, so we're jumping into action. Good to get a good head start for a 30-mile day that may include some tacking.
We are having a very lovely sail going just about 6 knots, and it is overcast and a little bit cool, which is very lovely. So yeah, we're just going around the southern part of the Baja Peninsula now, and it's just so nice to be able to be making this fast mileage. I think once we turn more after about 10 miles, we're going to be beating more straight into the weather. So yeah, we're really enjoying this little bit of coolness this morning. It's just after 8.
Okay, we are sailing to weather for the first time in a while, and we're going to be doing that for the next few days, most likely. The prevailing wind here is still northwest, just like it is on the west coast, but now we are going north again. Now we reached our southern extent in Cabo. But good sailing, it's been pretty steady. Started off with that nice beam reach, and now we're tacking up towards the corner here. Got about 20-something miles, 25 probably left to go. And yeah, that's all to report. Fish tacos is something I don't know that I would ever get sick of. Yum. There's some of the Dorado we caught a little while ago from Froze. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. We are getting some surprisingly good angles. Haven't had to tack yet, but we may have to soon. We're getting a bit close to shore, and there are some offlying rocks here and there. Don't want to find them. But good sailing, a bit cloudy today. Solar's not great, so we're just talking about this solar that we're going to want to install probably sooner than later. I'm surprised with the power stress we've had. I guess being near the solstice, even though we are quite a way south, the days aren't particularly long. They're less than 12 hours of sunlight. The fact that we were sailing south this whole time meant that the sails were covering those solar panels a lot. It should be better now that we're in the Gulf of California and we're heading north again. So most of the time for the next while we'll be going north. The panels shouldn't be shaded nearly as much. But nonetheless, I want to get more solar so we don't have to worry about it. Well, after lots of pleasant, mellow sailing, the wind is kind of fluctuating and dying. So we're going to motor our last 5 or 6 miles here and get a charge on the batteries. And we should be there, yeah, in about an hour or so. It's really beautiful out here. It's neat seeing the green on the peninsula down at the south end here. I didn't realize that was going to happen, but it looks like not too much further north it turns back into the more desert looking that we've been seeing further north.
Yeah, that's a big ass boat.
We are coming up to our anchorage after a pretty chill and nice day.
Yeah, the sunset was a little subdued, but it's very nice, and this looks like a really cool place. There's about 6 other boats here, kind of on the smaller side too, which is kind of fun to see. And then it looks like on the beach there's a solid crew of campers, and yeah, people playing in Baja.
Yeah, first time we've seen the camper scene out here, so kind of neat. But depths are coming up here, so we're gonna put the camera down and go anchor up.
Yeah.
Little baby guys.
Morning.
Top of the morning? Do ya?
Hello. On you. What's hep seed? 50. We had a nice sleep here at Los Frailies. The swell is still running kind of big here. We're looking forward to getting around the corner. But it's pretty comfy on the boat. It's like long period swell, so the boat's just kind of rising and falling. There's an osprey flying around fishing. And we're gonna go hiking up this hill now. Once we're finished eating our oatmeal.
And drinking coffee, it sounds like.
Drinking coffee. Yeah. Waking up still.
Yep.
We're just walking up from the beach and there's this little lagoon, a bunch of birds and butterflies, and a lot of greenery. It's pretty neat to see the color green. See the color in general. It's very brown, basically south of about Morro Bay. It's cool. Nice granite rock here and all kinds of different plants, some cacti that we haven't seen yet on our trip. So much greenery. Us Northwesters missed the green, I think. It's a very nice trail here. Big cactus here and something that almost resembles a small tree here. Alright, we're at the top of this hill beside Los Frailies, and it's really beautiful. It's a nice, pretty easy hike, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it was very nice actually having a trail though, because there's a lot of cactus and little shrubby bushes, so it's nice.
Yeah, so we were able to scout our next bit of our route here, and just wide open, minimal swell with a steady breeze. So we're looking forward to tacking out into that. It'll be a bit of a long day. But we're looking at a spot where it might be only 20 miles away. It'll be totally exposed to the north, but the winds are not forecasted to come up for a few days, so it may work just fine for us. We'll see. We'll get going though.
While we were well around the corner from the open Pacific, the swell wrapping around the bottom of the peninsula was still very present. The beach landing here wasn't too difficult, but getting past the surf on our way back out offered a good challenge for Trevor and I.
A manta ray just jumped right here. Yeah. Okay, we're underway. I think it's around 10 or something. And nice little downwind run just for a minute, and then we'll be going to weather. And a manta ray just jumped beside us, and then Cat sneezed. We're settling in for about a 15 mile or 13 mile beat. We're gonna go anchor by Point Arena. Breeze is a bit stiffer than we expected, but nothing crazy. We reefed the main, brought in some genoa, and the hydromane's doing all the work now. So seas are starting to stack up a little bit, but nothing crazy. And we're making good angles and cruising along about 5 knots. So we'll just be sitting here for the next 3 or 4 hours, and then gonna go anchor in the lee of that point a little bit. Might not be the most comfortable spot in the world, but we are making some ground while there's this breeze. Tomorrow looks fairly light, so we might be wishing for more wind tomorrow while we're wishing for slightly less right now.
We are on the side of the road at Punta Arena de la Rivera. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, and the sailing directions noted that anchorage could be taking about 1 mile from the point, and that's right where we are. And in about 30 feet of water, we saw 23, a little bit closer to shore, so we just came out slightly more. And it's not so bad here. It's a little rolly. It's probably blowing 15 to 20 knots just out in the Gulf of California, and so we're obviously getting a bit of waves coming in here since we're just in the lee of a point. So it won't be perfectly calm or anything here, but it definitely works for us. Tomorrow we have a 30-mile day with the wind forecast to start settling down a bit later this evening and then getting pretty calm by midday tomorrow. So we're going to get a bright and early start. In the meantime, I'm going to do a little fishing, hang out. We'll go to shore in a little bit and walk around, feel some steady ground with these waves coming in. That might be nice before we settle into an evening here on the boat. Caught a puffer fish. I feel sad. I don't know how to get this guy off though. I think I need some pliers. Just keep my eyeballs.
Oh, poor.
I don't know how spiky they are really, but
Oh, poor dude. Parrot?
yeah. Well, the spikes aren't very sharp, I don't think.
Still probably shouldn't touch him.
Yeah, no, I was going to. Oh, there we go. Got it. Yeah. There it goes. Wait. Well, there's a pufferfish. I felt really bad about that. Well, as you can see, it's a little rolly here, and it didn't start out like this when we got here yesterday, but by the time we went to bed, or an hour or two after we went to bed, it got really bad, and we were sitting beam to these seas and just rolling like crazy. So I don't know what time I fell asleep, probably not till like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then this little westerly breeze has come up and has been keeping us stern to the waves, and so it's been a lot more comfortable for the last number of hours. So we're gonna get rolling here. If this westerly breeze sticks around, it's gonna make things a lot faster and easier for us today. It's not particularly strong, but the seas have laid down out there. It'll still be a bit bumpy, but there is a good breeze. Forecast is for it to stick around for another few more hours, so we're gonna get moving here. Well, I've definitely heard and read about these square waves, as you call them. It is just a really gross, unorganized chop. Reminds me a lot of the Strait of Georgia and back in Canada. So there's not much wind right here. It looks a little better up ahead, so I'm gonna motor for a bit and make some ground, get the hell out of this area here. We're bobbing along here, making about 4 knots now with the engine off, which is nice. And at a good angle too. Dolphins coming by, not too much to report. The swell is subsiding somewhat, but it is still pretty choppy and right on the nose, but it's not slowing us down too much. So Cat's not feeling amazing, but isn't getting rid of her breakfast over the side, so that's good news, eh, Cat? All right, very cheeky-like. The wind has come up beautifully now that we're anchored. It would have been a beam reach if we'd been enjoying this, so. Oh well, we're gonna head to shore and check out this restaurant. See a little bit of surf landing action we're gonna have to do here, so with rocks in the mix, so be careful. But yeah, beautiful temperatures, and it's gonna be nice to get off the boat here for a bit. Well, the Pacific swell is following us still, eh, Cat?
Yeah.
So that landing wasn't so bad. Found a sandy spot between these rocky, corally areas.
Yeah, the beach is very nice, very soft white sand, and it does look like it would be really good snorkeling here. Get the opportunity.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll go this evening, or might have to get an early start tomorrow because we still got those miles to make.
But first,
going to a restaurant.
Tacos de Pescado.
We're tempting to. Let's see. We've tried several times. We have not succeeded yet in Mexico, other than that taco stand. Disgusty. That's that extra bit of road out. Looks like a nice place here. Watch the boat. yum, 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 yum.
Coming up next time on Sailing Sea Dream of Clyde, we continue the upwind bash towards La Paz and into the Gulf of California proper. As we sail through wonderfully protected channels, we get a mix of conditions, including some wildly variable winds. Once in La Paz, we tie to the dock for the first time in almost a month and get to work preparing for the arrival of my brother Lauren and his partner Zaya's 3-week visit. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to contribute directly to the making of these videos, while also gaining access to additional Sailing Sea Dream of Clyde content, check out our Patreon page via the link below. Bye for now!